back at the table. Let's clear this real quick. Clear. Clear this. Clear. Alright, so we had a little problem with the Glock 19 the other day, man, at the range. So I took it apart because for some reason I've noticed that my Glock 19 trigger, this is one of my Glock 19s, I have another one as well, but my Glock 19 trigger is way harder to pull. It's almost like a 6 to 7 pound pull, and I'm not sure why. So I took it apart and I was just cleaning it. I cleaned the trigger bar, I cleaned all this. This is not the trigger from the Glock 19. Well, as you can see, this is another one from my Glock 45. I'm gonna get into that. But I took it apart, cleaned the trigger, wiped it down, because it's so gritty. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just a way harder pull than, it's a way harder pull than my Glock 17. Like, this is just, it's the typical Glock trigger, mush, boom, pull. So like, that's how this is supposed to feel, but this one doesn't feel like that at all. So clear. So if you guys can see, look how much harder I'm like literally pulling so much harder right now. And finally the brake is so hard. I'm not sure why. So therefore I took it apart, took it all the way apart, cleaned it, blah blah blah, took the trigger bar off, all that good stuff, wiped it down, because it just feels gritty. And in doing that, so I went to dry fire and stuff, and it was working fine, but when I started running rounds through it, I noticed that when it would try to rechamber around, or after actually it was working fine at the range, I didn't have any problems, but after I got done shooting, I noticed that the trigger wasn't resetting. So after it rechamber around, the trigger would stay pushed to the back like this. Even if the slide racked, it would still stay pushed to the back. So I'm thinking I broke my gun. I don't know what was wrong with it, man, but I knew I took that trigger out. So, and in doing that, I don't know how many of you guys took the triggers out of your Glocks, but I don't even know if you can see that, but it's a little, that this crossbar sits in, it's just a little metal piece that sits on top of it, and I missed putting that in. But we got it all fixed. It's working fine now. Everything's fixed. And I'm about to put this trigger in here just to see if that fixes it, because I'm not even sure why it's like that. I cleaned it. I literally just took this all the way apart and cleaned it. I took the firing pin out. I took all that out. Like I completely disassembled the Glock, and I cleaned it, and it wasn't even that dirty. So I don't understand why this trigger pull is so. I don't even know if you can tell on camera, but it's at least like 6 to 7 pounds. It's like I'm pulling so hard right there. I'm not sure why it's so hard to break this trigger. Like, this trigger is extremely hard to break, and I'm not sure why. Look how hard that is to break compared to this. Look how easy that break is. And this is a regular Glock trigger. Look how easy that break is. I'm barely pulling. Not barely, but it's about 4 pounds like it's supposed to be. This is a regular Glock trigger. Barely pulling. So freaking doing that, I don't know what to do anymore. So I think I'm just about to put this in there and see if that fixes it. So I'll get back to you guys with that. And I'm not sure if I'll show you, but I'll do it real quick, and then we'll see where it go from there. All right, we're back, guys. Let's clear these real quick. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Clear. All right, we're back. But it was the trigger. And if you guys have any idea why it was the trigger, let me know. But it was definitely the trigger. Because look, regular Glock trigger. It's not, I'm not having to give it the death grip to freaking get it to fire, man. That shit's crazy. I don't know why the fuck that shit was like that. I really don't, because I mean, it's a little dirty, but it's not like overly dirty. It's not. I literally took it apart and cleaned it, so I'm really not sure why that it was acting like that. It's this trigger, because now it's like a regular Glock 19 trigger. Like, that's a Glock trigger. That's how I expected it to feel. That it didn't feel like that. It was almost like a 6 pound trigger, but we got to figure it out, man. Just a little short video. You guys let me know if you have any idea why it's like that, why it was like that, but I fixed it, so that's all that matters. So yeah, I noticed that the last few times I went to the range that it was getting stiffer and stiffer. I'm not sure why, but seems like it was this trigger. Let me know what you guys think, man. Just a little short video, nothing crazy. It's a short video. We'll talk about some stuff later, but yeah, we're back. But I almost broke my Glock 19. Okay, I'm lying. I didn't almost break it, but it was pissing me off that the trigger was so heavy. It wasn't even fun dry firing because it was just that heavy. It was like an 8-pound trigger. It felt like a damn double action trigger or some shit. But yeah, man, we out. Nose the shooter out, man. You guys take care. Let me know what you think. Oh yeah, this is my Glock 17 too. Y'all don't see this much. I really don't shoot it that much, but this thing's pretty. Yes, it has an O-light on it, but it's pretty much like kind of like the home defense a little bit as well. So it doesn't really go out much, and that's why I still have an O-light. Just haven't got around to changing it. But this is definitely one of my slept-on guns. I was considering selling this for the longest, but freaking man, I took it to the range one day and I was like, "Jeez, this thing is flat. It's flat." And I love it. I love it. I do love this gun now. I love it again. I don't know why I was about to sell it, but this is one of the OG Gen 5s without the front serrations, and it has like the U-notch cutout right there. But yeah, man, that's my Glock 17 EPS on it. It was milled for something else, but I threw an EPS on it. But yeah, that's it, man. Nubs out, bro. Let me know what you guys think about this trigger. I don't know what the hell was going on. I might just throw this thing away, man. I really don't know what the hell was going on with it, but it was pissing me off, and I tried everything to fix it, clean it, and all that good stuff, and it still was very hard to pull, man. But let me know what you guys think. Nubs out, bro.